Adair?
Here.
Bailey?
Yes.
McLennan?
Here.
Noah?
Here.
Boda?
Here. Citizens appearing? Anybody? Very good.
Do you want to speak, excuse me?
They're here, I believe they're here on the agenda.
Okay.
The last, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yvonne's.
Dr. Bond, that's
You want to move them up top?
Yeah, we can do that. Let's,
Yeah, that's right. You know about.
Get us out of here.
Come on.
he don't want you to listen to us all
We have
night.
a quiz.
Why don't,
You're not getting out until you pass.
What do you want to do first? I got you at the beginning of new business.
Okay.
Approval or correction of the minutes, 2 minutes, September 18th workshop, September 19th regular meeting.
I make the motion to accept them.
Support? I'll support. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Adair?
Yes.
Bailey?
Yes.
McLennan?
Yes.
Noah?
Yes.
Boda?
Yes. Clerk treasurer?
Just the bills.
Mr. Bills.
There's a dollar total in front of me, but I'll make a motion that we authorize payment of the bills.
Second.
Motion support. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Bailey?
Yes.
McLennan?
Yes.
Noah?
Yes.
Adair?
Yes.
Boda?
Yes. Thank you. Mike, you got to ask you beforehand?
No.
Thank you. City manager?
Just one thing, Tom, again, the celebration and unveiling of the new Third and Erie Nautical Public Space is Saturday at 2 o'clock this Saturday. And because we want to acknowledge any dignitaries, including council and CDA members, please come in over the next few days just to confirm whether you'll be there. At least we can get you on a list so they're not looking out, try to guess who's there. They know and have a list to say your name. So that's it. That's all I got.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions for Joe? Thank you. Commissioners, liaisons, anybody there? No? Unfinished business, we have the assessor's contract. Yes, sir.
Can you hear us? Can you back way back there? Okay. Maybe she needs ears.
Unfinished business, the assessor contract, we did have interviews last, on the September 18th workshop was for interviews September 19th. We agreed to award the assessor's contract to Up North Assessing, and we asked Joe to go back and work on the contract, which he has details in front of us, correct?
Correct, and that was actually the contract proposed by Joe Lavender himself with the attached, or the addendum being right from the State Tax Commission.
Okay.
Mike did catch that there was one, looked like they made one little error that in the State Tax Commission, which is where I crossed out township
Okay.
and wrote in city. In all other instances, it said township or city. That one, for some reason, it didn't, so that one correction made.
Okay.
And then there had been some discussion, about whether we were going with a 1 year or up to 3, so I did ask Joe to give me some numbers for what it would look like if we did 2 or 3, and you can see that he did give those numbers and they're in there, so
And I
with
think
that, I'll leave it to
It's
council.
great of him to say after 1 year, we'll look at it and talk about it. I think that's great. I'll make a motion. He's happy with the contract?
Yeah, he proposed it, it's from him.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we reviewed it.
Make a motion that we enter into agreement with Up North Assessing for 3 years.
That was going to be, 1 year or 3 years?
3 years.
With a review after 1.
Oh, review after.
He's got that right.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have motion and support, enter into an agreement with Up North Assessing to do the city assessments for 3 years with a review scheduled after the initial first-year period. Is there any other discussion or questions?
I just want to say that my years here, I've gone through quite a few assessors. These people really were impressive. I think they're going to do a good job. I hope they do a good job. I'm going to prove me wrong, but I'm happy.
Roll call, please.
McLennan?
Yes.
Noah,
Yes.
Adair,
Yes.
Bayless,
Yes.
Robert.
Yes. Next one, unfinished business, and ladies, we'll move you up to the front of the agenda, if that's okay, so that you don't have to.
Would anybody be so kind as to take a picture when you do the proclamation?
Want to read it?
Well, if we could get a picture with you.
Okay.
Oh,
You guys and me?
Yeah,
Sure.
you and us.
where do we go?
Do you want to wait then and do it at the end?
We could,
Okay.
so you can get on with
All right,
it.
we'll just carry
You're
on.
welcome to stay, I'm sorry.
I'd like to stay, actually.
Well, then, if that's the way you're gonna be, that's the way you're gonna be.
That's the way I'm gonna be.
All right. We'll let you. Pension issues, it's on there, but there's no need to act. We had a workshop this evening related to that. The next item on the agenda, part-time help for the water department. Where are we? Here we go. We had a full-time water department employee retired earlier this year. We've not replaced them yet. We've been using the wastewater treatment plant employees to fill in. That is causing some degree of stress on both departments. Joe has worked with them, and at this point is recommending, requesting a request from Chuck. You're bringing forth a request from Chuck, superintendent. of the water
Chuck.
department.
The wastewater department superintendent and the union to, and basically all I'm looking for, Tom, is just authorization to advertise and potentially interview. That's it at this point. There are a couple options still on the table to explore, so just that, just to advertise and potentially interview.
When you say part-time, what do you mean?
What I mean is potentially
I know
32
part-time.
hours a week, no
How many?
benefits, 32, no benefits of any kind. That's what I'm talking about in a nutshell.
As before, I'd like to see a floater in there. He can go any place, he or she can go any place within the departments. That's what I consider.
But at this point, we're simply looking to advertise and explore
Well, that's for
options
Joe.
as they go forward.
Yeah.
You want a motion for that, or?
Yeah, I think, didn't I put the ad in the packet, I think,
Just to make sure.
I'll make the motion that we authorize the advertising for the part-time position.
I'll second it.
So the motion is support, please. Is there any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Noah,
Yes.
Adair,
Yes.
Bayless,
Yes.
McLennan,
Yes.
Robert.
Yes. Taylor's Memorial sign, is there something to do?
There is. So again, the Third and Erie project, the celebration is on tap for Saturday. The public space will be mostly complete, with the exception of a few signs. Again, they haven't actually been ordered. We've been working with the sign company on pricing, what they'll say, and all of that. And the sign company's so busy, they haven't even been able to get Toby a date on when these would arrive. I'm sure they'll be here by spring, but they're certainly not gonna be here by Saturday. The other items will be, there's a couple planters and a trash receptacle. That the trash receptacle is similar, if you go along the bike path, you'll see the black ones and exactly what Onaway has with black, which will match the protective covering for the lens. So actually, we were able to get signs in the exact size that they'll be. They're laminated, and I think Toby's actually at home doing some woodwork to actually be able to put them on wood, so when you come to the celebration, you'll be able to get a good idea of what the signage looks like. One will be the welcome to downtown that's in front of you, that's large and will actually cover the electrical panel. One will be on the boulder nearest the steering wheel, which will be the one you see here that has an actual picture of the emergency wheel in use on the Bradley, and some narrative about what that was all about. And then the other is the port of entry light with the picture of the light at its, where it was for many, many years. And then this map, which again, if we add locations or anything, you can take that map out, correct the map, and not have to monkey with a whole new expensive sign. And this same map would be in other locations that we're directing visitors to check out our nautical history. Now, again, the plan is to order tomorrow. What I'd like to do is order this Sailor's Memorial signed at the same time. And I have the price in your packet. It's extremely well done. The sign is actually 6 feet long by 3 feet in height, not including the post. It's an ideal place to put it. And again, what I found is, and again, I grew up here, and sometimes I think we assume that our visitors know what we know, and it's absolutely not true. And having spent 3 summers straight camping up in Copper Country, if you go around there, they do a tremendous job of telling you their story, a much better job than we do, and our story is as interesting as any. So I'm hoping that I can order the Sailors Memorial sign at the same time as these others we have in the spring, and when I'm directing people down there, they'll be able to actually get an understanding of what's happened here and the impact it's had on our community. Over the winter, I'll be working hopefully with Carmoose and had some conversations to add signage at Quarry View and Harbor View about life on the boats in the early days of the plant, life at the plant in its early days. And then we have a true nautical tour for visitors, get them down to the lore, get them down to the Bradley House, learn about us. And as someone who does quite a bit of traveling, I can tell you, when we go to small towns, we eat that up, and it makes us want to come back. So again, we'll get to budget amendments later. The money is there. After all the budget amendments we're making, there's still some on top based on some of the savings that we've identified already this fiscal year. So I'm hopeful council will pull the trigger on getting this ordered now and getting it up when it's getting done at the Sailors Memorial. We worked with Mark Thompson on the language. I think it flows good. It's historically correct. And
Okay.
Motion?
Wait for someone.
Yeah, I'll make the motion that you go ahead with that.
Second.
Motion and support to authorize an expenditure of $2,768 for the purchase of the Sailors Memorial signage. Any other questions?
we're going to save freight. I'm going to personally go grab these when they're done and drop the Quarry View sign off that needs a second side on it. The reason it's not up is it's single sided. It's another beautiful blue sign that the city bought years ago, sitting in storage. And that will skip all of the freight on all of that stuff if I just go to my old college stomping grounds and visit some friends and grab this stuff, so.
Do you have to get kicked out of it?
No, I'm still allowed to, any excuse to go down there's a good one, so.
All right.
And again, just so you notice, the back side of it, this would be the side facing Lake Street, and then the back side to our friends that are coming in on the marina is just a thank you for visiting Rogers City that they'll see, so.
Roll call, please.
Adair,
Yes.
Bayless,
Yes.
McLennan,
Yes.
Noah,
Yes.
Sturbach.
Yes. Budget adjustments. You were given a list of budget amendments. Any questions on those?
Just briefly, they cover Blue Cross and Blue Care Network refund. We came in under budget on both the server and the phone replacement. We had budgeted a total of $20,000. They collectively came in at 11. I'm leaving 3 in there. We're having some computer problems. We have a small staff, and when the city clerk is having to wait an hour to try to get on her computer, that's not productive. I don't anticipate we'll use all of the additional 3, but I've been begged to leave some in there to address some of these antiquated machines that are costing us time and efficiency. Tiny increase in the professional service on assessor. The sign that you just approved. School resource officer, we get a third of the total millage. The cost associated with that is now greater than, and Presque Isle County accidentally overpaid us last year on that, so it's going to be significantly lower than we originally budgeted for this year's and last year's adjustment.
But they still fully fund that position.
Well, not anymore. It's mostly funded, but we get a third of the total millage because it's Posen, Onaway, Rogers City. So a third is
Yeah, I thought they promised to fully fund that position.
I think it's a third. It had always done it, it's just costs go up, the millage hasn't gone up proportionally because property values haven't gone up proportionally. A bunch of them are tied to the real cost of the street job. When we were doing the budget, we were still debating what streets we were going to do, so it was an estimate on which would be major and which would be local. This adjusts where it's major and where it's local. We had some capital preventative maintenance done that we had anticipated would be done last fiscal year that didn't get done until this fiscal year. Again, we had anticipated 40 grand possibly from the general fund going towards the Sling Mill trailer. We got all grant for that, so that could disappear. But we did leave an extra 10 in there for the towing equipment, so it's a difference of 30. And then again, we had anticipated that you guys had approved the match on the grant for the pump out systems for the marina. We paid half of it last year. Now we'll pay the other half, but we'll have 75% grant coming in, so there's a plus on that. It ends up this fiscal year. The other increases are associated with going a slight